went ahead and did was I hooked up all of my sets of 3 wires and plugged them in for input 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you go ahead and do that, then you can take them and match the top 2 wires on the strain gauge will go along with input 1. So you just plug those 2 ends into the red and white. That's matching the top wires on the strain gauge to the left, top left. Hook it into input 1, and then for input 2, you're going to take the wires and plug them into the top 2 right wires that are attached to the strain gauge. And then input 3 will match with the 2 wires on the bottom left, and input 4 will match with the 2 wires on the bottom right. Once you get them all hooked up, then you'll need to check some of your settings. So if you go to the buttons on the left side, bottom left of your indicator, you'll see a button. The first one is channel, so we're going to click that. And what you want to do is make sure that every single channel is active, and if one of them, like typically channel 4 will be inactive, it'll probably look like that. What you need to do is just use the arrow keys to change it to active, and then select channel button again to select it, and then the menu button to go back to the home screen. Then we need to go to bridge, which is the second button from the top on the bottom left side of your indicator. Select bridge. What we need to do is we need to make sure that all 4 channels are on quarter, because this is a quarter test. So again, you'll just arrow up or down, and then to the left or the right to get whichever bridge type you need. Once it's all 4 are quarter, then we will hit the bridge button again to select, and the menu button to go back to the home screen. Last but not least, we need to change our scaling. If you've turned the machine off, it may go back to the original scaling, but to be on the safe side, let's check. So we're going to click the scaling or K button. It is on the left hand, bottom left side of your indicator. It's the 3rd button from the top, so we'll select it. And we see that our units are mu epsilon, which is what we want. And then our gauge factor is what we just calculated. So for us, when we calculated it, we ended up getting a 2,092. So if I look over here, I'm going to go down to the gauge factor and then arrow over to the right, and you can just use your up or down arrow keys to change the buttons. So likely this last digit right here you'll have to change. I think it will be at 0, but what you need to do is arrow up and change it to 2. Once you've got it changed to meet your calculated gauge factor, then we're going to press the K button again to select it, and then the menu button to go to the home page. And then what we need to do is balance our system. So hit the balance button. It's on the right side of your buttons, and it is the second one from the top. Oh, we gotta go back to menu first and then balance. And it says, are you ready to auto balance? We'll push the balance button again to say yes. And do we want to save it? No, just press the menu button. Okay, so it looks like almost everything is nearly 0, which is what we want. And now we're going to take our hanging weights and we will test our system. So we're going to start with the 10 grams. So we did in fact end up keeping our wood frame, so you can add your weights. And then let's look. We're hoping that we're going to get similar readings to what we had previously. So it looks like Here we have the 00005, 00006. So does that match with our 10 grams that we did? So on mine I had 10 grams and it should be 0.005. Is that correct? Yeah, it's pretty close. Now we can test the next size up. 20 grams. Add it to our system, let it getting 0.007. It's a little off, but about the same. And again, you can remove the weight and see what your residuals are. So the residual was 3. So if you added 3 to 7, it would be 10. Okay? So that would get you back closer to what our original was. Okay? So, again, take note of your residuals. So that's the unload. We take our weights off. What is this balancing? What do we get when there's no load on our system? And if you take that into consideration, then they'll be closer together. So if they're not matching at all, if they're way off, if these numbers are way off to what you were getting, then something might be wrong with your system. Or maybe you calculated your gauge factor wrong or the strain wrong. So you might have to go back and check your math.